Hello YouTube, how's it going? The Comic Chief here, and today let's talk about some of that Man of Steel issue number 6. The final issue of Bendis' introduction to his reign, not only on Superman or Action Comics, but at DC, is here.
Whosoever watches this channel, if he or she be worthy, shall acquire the knowledge from the Comic Chief.
At the time of this recording, he has released Young Justice, Naomi, United States vs. Murder Inc., Pearl, and Cover. In other words, he's killing it at DC. I thought Image lost out when Marvel got him, but now I think Marvel should have just paid the man more. Okay, on to the review. The art was fantastic. While I was disappointed that Adam Hughes only did work on issue number 5, to see Fabic's name along with Bendis and Sinclair was money. I totally enjoy Fabic's rendition of the Man of Steel, so win. The writing, I think the writing was stellar as always. It not only got me wanting to read more Superman, but I'm looking forward to some Supergirl and Justice League action and reading them here in the next few minutes, hours? Okay, the plot. Let's talk about the plot. As the final issue in this series, I think they spent too much time to get to the point. They could have told the overall story in 3 to 4 issues easily, and there was some filler, but overall we got some loose ends resolved, but a whole can of questions left to hook us for more. The character development, this is probably some of the best Superman I've read in my 30 plus years of life. It was perfect for Clark Kent and his friends and family, and a great way for those who've been out of the loop to catch up. It was even more important for Superboy. In my opinion, it gives me a reason to actually start paying attention to his storyline. The price tag sure was worth it. I'm pretty sure we got more pages than usual for that $3.99 price tag, so instant win. Ding, 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 5 out of 5 stars. Okay, on to the spoilery part of the review. So thank you all who have been here since day one and have subscribed to the channel. Please do so if you would be so kind, and don't forget to hit that like and bell notification for more content. Our final issue takes a round turn. Instead of opening up with a planet or a planet-shaped object, we focus on Superboy, aka John Kent. We pick up with Clark, Lois, and Jor-El arguing about whether John will be accompanying his grandfather across a tour of the galaxy. We find out that John has been bottling up a great fear inside him. He's worried that he will turn out to be like his evil counterpart from alternate realities destroying the world, and that he is going through drama with the Teen Titans. This story guilt trips Clark into allowing his father to take him away from him, and ultimately Lois Lane too. We finally get the questions about their absences resolved too. We cut to the title page and pick up where we left off in issue number 5. Clark and Rogol are at the center of the Earth, at its core, and Rogol is getting ready to ignite the same technology that supposedly destroyed Krypton. I think it's a bomb. So as Clark is trying to stall, get answers from Rogol about where he came from and why he's never heard of him before, he's able to divert Rogol's attention in rage towards Superman so he can get to the weapon, steal it, and steer it into space. We cut to Superman carrying the bomb out of the Earth's core, through Paris, and into space. As he's trying to figure out what to do with it, with Rogol on his tail, we cut back to more Lois-John flashback action, and Lois is texting her lawyer and letting Perry White know that she is going to take some time off. The panels are intertwined with Rogol and Superman battling in space. And yeah, my favorite panel in the book is of Rogol catching up to Superman and punching him out. My favorite writing in the book is when Clark Kent stops Lois and John from their excitement of their upcoming space adventure with Jor-El standing there, and he yells, "Stop! Everybody just stop! This is my family!" Out of all the writing in these 6 issues, this is probably the most important to me because it just shows that there are A, some things that Superman can't control, and B, family is everything. Every time Supes is distracted by his memories of that moment when Jor-El came to take away his son, he gets distracted and overpowered by his enemies. He also lets those emotions from those memories, specifically the memories of when he said bye or see you later to Lois and John, to make one final push into Rogol. He allows Rogol to cut ahead of him and towards the weapon, and then comes up behind him and puts him in a headlock. He understands that he won't be able to overpower Rogol for long, and that the longer he waited, the less chance he had of saving the world and himself. At that moment, Supergirl comes in to save the day and plows through Rogol-Zar as Superman has him in a chokehold. This is a moment that reassures Superman that, and me, and you, the readers, that he still has family there to take care of him while Lois and John were away. We learned that Jor-El gave Superman a comms device to contact his family whenever he needed to, but that it was also destroyed by Rogol-Zar when he invaded his sanctuary. The writing throughout this issue is so phenomenal. The dialogue between Jor-El and Clark, it's so good. What it boiled down to was he had to help John Kent do what it takes for the House of El, and that when he sent Kal-El to Earth, he moved the heavens to save him. He says that both Clark and John have so much potential and there was more to come. It is so perfect that Bendis and Fabok saved these key moments during a fight where Superman is kicking the living shit out of Rogol-Zar. Fantastic! The House of El seems stronger than ever in these final pages. Supergirl's emotions are so great, and oh wait, she brings out the Phantom Zone projector and uses it to trap Rogol in the Phantom Zone. While this happens, Green Lantern makes an appearance and is used as a solution to stop Rogol's bomb from going off as he plants a shield around it. As Supergirl traps Rogol, Superman grabs his battle axe. With Rogol trapped in the Phantom Zone, they are left with unanswered questions. Not only who Rogol-Zar was and why he did what he did to Krypton, but what the symbol we saw in issue number 5 was. We again see a symbol with a circle and a thing going through it on Rogol's axe. Wait, YouTube, there was one other question answered. Why did Superman return to the underwear on the outside uniform? He gave his other suit to Lois for a space trip. Very nice, Bendis. We see Rogol floating through the Phantom Zone. With Superman and Supergirl standing by the Fortress of Solitude, Supergirl tells Superman that she has to leave for a while to find out the truth about Rogol-Zar. Then, we see the Justice League waiting behind them. In cold weather gear, it's so awesome because they launch dozens of candles up into the sky as a memorial for Kandor. So touching. A proper burial or funeral for them, and with Superman and Supergirl being surrounded by the Justice League, the theme of family totally applies here. They are surrounded by family. The final pages of this issue throw us back to the final moments before Clark was left alone by John, Lois, and Jor-El. He is sitting alone in John's empty room, feeling empty and alone. The thing is he's not alone. He still has his extended family. It would have been fitting to just end with that, but we cut to a final page with Deputy Fire Chief Moore at the Metropolis Firehouse. A kid walks into the station and tells her that Superman was the one behind the random fires. To be continued in Superman #1 and Action Comics number 1001. So wow, YouTube, I'm gonna have to hand it to Bendis. I give him mad props. Taking on the task of writing Superman, it's freaking huge. Like, just what he's done with the Man of Steel has got me wanting to buy both Action Comics and Superman at this point, which I've already bought a bunch of them. Yeah, I'm playing catch up on the reviews, but well done. DC Comics, you made a great choice by hiring Bendis. So I'm looking forward to what he brings to the DC universe. This is Errol the Comic Chief, going offline.